My name is Nate, and this is a game audio demonstration featuring Tourist Trap, a game I have been developing using Unreal Engine 5 and Audio WWise. My goal was to create a full-featured game experience that anyone can download at home and play. I wanted it to be fun and sound great. I knew if I stuck to those goals, I would learn a lot. I decided it would be wise to avoid countless hours designing an entire map from scratch, since level design and environment art are not my strong suit. That way I could focus more of my attention on programming, audio design, and implementation, as well as having a little fun with game design and storytelling along the way. I found a beautiful map on the Unreal Engine marketplace that fit what I had in mind, and would allow me to add lots of scripted storytelling moments and ambience, as well as support my combat-focused game design plan. I decided to build a wave shooter that would ramp up in difficulty the longer you survived. I built a first-person weapon system that uses a base blueprint for the pickup and equipped weapon versions. There are 9 weapons in total. The weapons use a line trace or a physics-based projectile depending on the type of weapon, and the system also supports automatic as well as semi-automatic fire. All of the weapons have audio event variables that can be set for the unique sounds to that weapon, including aim down sights, equip, reload, firing, and physics impacts for when you drop the weapon, as well as unique Foley details that play sometimes when sprinting, jumping, or crouching. I then built the Wave Fighter game mode that has variables for the total number of enemies that can spawn per round, as well as how many enemies can spawn at a time during the round. In addition to that, we have a wave number variable. I'm able to use the wave number variable all throughout the game to do a lot of really cool stuff, such as play one-off storytelling events, as well as change stats and behavior of the enemies to make the game's difficulty increase throughout. I implemented audio events for round start and round end, and then designed an assortment of creepy ambient stingers that play when the round begins and ends to help set the eerie tone for the game, along with a much more heightened round end stinger. Next, I added several enemy types. I created an alien enemy blueprint and behavior tree to allow them to roam around, hear and see the player, and then chase and attack the player. Then I tagged the animations, as well as implemented audio events and their logic to play footsteps and vocalizations. I designed the vocalizations using a variety of animal calls, and then implemented them in Wise along with their footstep sounds, which are surface-based, using a line trace that fires from the animation tag. The player footsteps and weapon system also use surface layer tags to play the appropriate surface sounds. I also created blueprints for destructibles and physics objects that use a velocity or TPC to change the intensity of the audio. The ambient system is built using 2D stereo beds for interiors and exteriors, which is implemented in the rooms and portal system. Along with 3D placed ambience details, I also created an ambient scatter blueprint that plays a 3D placed wind effect, crickets, or other distant wildlife. The ambient scatter blueprint uses a sphere collision and checks for when the player has traveled far enough away to fade the sound out, and then a new emitter is spawned while the last one is destroyed to clean it up. Players may find a locked door that requires a key code. If they survive to the end of the second wave, the payphone will ring and a mysterious voice will give them the code.
The code for the door is 7.
The 4-digit code is randomly generated at the start of the game.
4. 8.
The number gets set to a variable, which is then split and used to play 4 audio events, containing each corresponding digit that was recorded separately. If the players enter the correct code, the door will open and inside they can find several vendors to buy weapons, items, and power-ups. There's a lot more I could yammer on about, like how I made some of the visuals using Photoshop and Unreal Engine's particle effects tool, but I'm going to save that for a follow-up video. I hope you enjoyed my game audio demonstration, and if you'd like to see more, please check out the longer gameplay video or send me a message to request a build. Thanks for watching. This has been a Nate Marlar game audio demonstration.